Hi guys, hello Mary, mates, everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and we have some really good news to cover. And it's all good news. So let's start with the most important good news, before it's going to affect most people. Donald Trump is several points now ahead of Hillary rotten Clinton. In fact, even CNN's poll shows that Donald Trump is ahead by several points. I can tell you I'm so stoked about that. But I get some more good news. And this good news is going to give you oh, not again. Okay, well, actually, just see me out, okay? It was so good news, I had no choice but to bring my iPhone out to show you this, because I can read to you on the BlackBerry, but I definitely got the message on my iPhone too. I sent a message to John Legere of T-Mobile, and I work with T-Mobile. I'm a customer, okay, but I also am with John Legere, and he did get back to me. But before I read you his response, and something else his resolution department did too, let me read you this letter. For those of you who do not think I am legally blind, please understand, look how close I am to the eye here to read this screen, okay? This is not exactly like most people with 20/20 vision do, but I am going to read this to you anyway. I wrote this letter this morning, and so here is the original letter I wrote to him. I said, John, I was a happy Simple Choice customer that for 2 months switched to a family plan so my girlfriend could have a working phone. She wanted to leave the plan, but it was September 2nd, 2016, and I could not go back to a simple choice individual plan, as it was no longer an option for me. My only choice was to stay with the family plan that costed me $100 monthly, which was too costly to stay on since I really only wanted to keep my main cell phone number. At the end of this month, my T-Mobile will be terminated as I cannot afford to keep the service. It is too bad that you didn't consider that some people do not need unlimited data. My Simple Choice 2GB plan on my BlackBerry BIS was plenty. Not all of us are data hogs. The 6GB plan and the shared family plan was good too, as it worked out to a $100 for the two phones. I really wish you would reconsider and continue to offer the smart plans for those who are price conscious and or do not want to do auto pay. $75 for non-auto pay for one single T-Mobile One plan for those on disability is really a big pain point. For a family plan of 2 lines and T-Mobile One, it comes out to be $132 for the $75 for each line without auto pay. Why do we have to pay $5 for each line? Do you mail separate bills? I would recommend staying if you can. I would reconsider staying if you can renegotiate and let me get back on my $50 individual phone plan. Frontier offers home phone service for around the same price. I have 3 phone lines with them, as I got a buy 2 lines and get the one free. My home bill is around $100 monthly. Unlimited talk, the DSL, which is a separate bill by the way, is meh, it's slow. And my Samsung SMV100T hotspot is way faster. But again, keeping $100 plus $35 plan with you is too painful. Perhaps $50 for the Simple Choice 2GB BIS and the $35 hotspot could be renegotiated. And I gave my phone number, and he did get back to me. And not only did he get back to me in email, his office got back to me too. And that is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what they did and how they solved several major pain points. And by the way, I want to thank Donald Trump for showing me how to negotiate. Yes! All right, let's get this started. What did John Legere say? He said, very simply, thank you for the input, John Legere, CEO, T-Mobile USA. Okay, so what did his office do? Are you ready for this? They didn't just put me back on this part. I'm not quite sure. I looked at the bill online. It kind of got confusing. But here's the official deal. The $50 plan, Simple Choice, is back! Yes! I have my plan back. Where my BlackBerry? Yes! I get 3 gigabytes of data, and I get data stash on it too. Ooh. And my hotspot is now back on the plan at $35 a month. Ooh, nice. So you're probably saying is that's $85. But here's what they were supposed to do. I don't know how they're going to do this. It doesn't show up on the bill. Are you ready for this? I hope you are, because this is cool. They're going to knock $10 off the bill. And not only did they knock $10 off the bill, honey, the $137 I owe them, they canceled the debt completely. I am clean. It's like I've been redeemed by the bill collectors. Oh, thank you very much, kids. I know that sounds stupid, but here's the deal. Why does Donald Trump come in? Donald Trump taught me that if you want to get something done, you got to be willing to walk. If you walk the walk, don't sit there and go like, we will never leave this plan. I'll just suck it up. No, I did leave the plan. But, like I said, I would be willing to renegotiate if you are. And they did. So I don't owe the back bill anymore. Oh, how good is that? Now, what does that mean for my home DSL? Forget it. My home DSL is a joke, okay? Look. 16 gigabits down isn't so bad. 1 megabit per second up, 16 megabits per second down isn't too bad. 1 megabit per second up is fucking a joke. Is a stupid, in this day and age, is a joke. Most of my videos easily take 3.5 to 4 hours at that rate. You're not going to get ahead at that rate. No. So the good news is that I've got my cell phones back on. Of course, I still have my home phone. I'm going to keep my home phones, okay? I'm not getting rid of them, okay? No, we're not going there again. Okay, got the situation straightened out with home phone company too. A different deal, but I got to work something out with them. So, need I say that we also talked about some other things too. We talked about the T-Mobile Tuesday stuff too, because he asked me what I thought about it. I told him very nicely. I said, the biggest problem with T-Mobile Tuesdays, he's talking about the t-shirts. I said, do you know how ugly those t-shirts are? What's wrong with having the simple t-shirt like the one I have? Let me get it out and show you. I have the shirt. I got it from John Legere's office directly. I still have it. And I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not. Yes, that's my address. Yes, that's where it came from. Yes, it really did come from Bellevue, Washington. And yes, indeedly so, This came directly from his office. I've never actually worn it. I think I never worn it. What's wrong? I said to the guy. With a T-Mobile t-shirt like this? Hey, there's nothing wrong with this shirt. It's a good shirt. You already got them. It's not like you have to go ahead and custom print them. You already got the t-shirt. I said, besides the new ones are ugly as hell, why don't you just go ahead and just give the T-Mobile shirt you already got? You already got a contract to do payments. And speaking of contract, I got the phone ringing. Hold on. So, anyway, so let's get started. So, here's the deal. And he said to me, his name is Will. He said, you know what? He said, you're right. Why do we have to have these ugly T-Mobile Tuesday t-shirts when you already have a really relatively nice T-Mobile t-shirt, magenta with the white letter T on the front, right? You know, that's so simple. I was extremely happy to get this from John Ledger's office. I got this last year, believe it or not. He was, I think it was on Carrier 9. So everything for the right now for the phone, home phone, cell phone is good. I'm all set. Yes. So now I got several different phones. Tell me about it. I got several phones, right? I'm not gonna lie. Here's the deal. Which phone do I like the best? I might say this. I have two phones that I consider my main work phones. My iPhone 4S for video, and my BlackBerry Bold 9900 for emails. I read emails on this too. But anyway, I was just so, it was such a major excitement. I really, really was so thankful. Oh man, here's the official word from T-Mobile. They actually got back to me on what we agreed on. Pursuant to that conversation dated on September 6, 2016, a credit in the amount of $137.11 has been applied to your account. Your account currently reflects a zero balance. Additionally, we have canceled the mobile number ending in 9443. The mobile number ending in 1304 is now on our select choice $40 unlimited talk and text rate plan with our $10 3GB plan for a total for $50. Okay, that's what I saw on the budget bill. Plus tax monthly. Lastly, we have moved the mobile internet number ending in 5754, which is the MiFi, from our prepaid system to our postpaid system, and it is currently in our $35 6GB mobile internet plan. It is important to note that the number, the mobile internet number ending in 5754 receives a $10 automatic monthly discount as long as you keep a cell phone line on the same account, making the bill $25 plus tax. Now that is awesome. You can't go better than that. So what are they going to do with the T-Mobile One thing? Well, I'm going to explain this to you. Right now, he's going to refer my notes or suggestions to John Ledger's office and to the marketing team. And one of the things, like I said to him, is this: sir, let's make sure we understand one thing. Great, T-Mobile One is great if you love to watch lots of videos and download lots of games. I'm not a game player. I watch a lot of videos with binge on and data stash. I don't have a problem with that. I don't need unlimited talk. I mean, well, I get it anyway, part of the place. I'm not going to bitch. I don't need unlimited talk and text. Well, okay, that's fine. I do not need unlimited internet access on a phone. Okay? Because of two reasons. I only use the internet to upload videos on YouTube in standard definition. I don't need that stuff. Why would I do it at all? How come? It doesn't go against my data. Really, it doesn't. I can upload YouTube videos until the cows come home. It doesn't go against my data. But there is something that does, and we should bring this up. Because some people do ask, what about this thing called deprioritization? What does that mean? Well, that's a network-specific tool. Let's be honest, T-Mobile is still expanding. In some areas of the country, examples are Chicago. Chicago is just got a tremendous number of T-Mobile customers. They're fighting for what little bandwidth they got. It's like a bunch of hungry people raiding a food bank. It's just does suck it dry, no matter what you do. What the deprioritization does in those areas that are congested is basically hey, I've already given you your 26 gigabytes this month. Could you please be willing to let somebody else have a shot at the spigot now? I'll give you a little bit of drink now and then a little later on, but somebody else needs the spigot, so you're going to have to wait a little bit. That doesn't mean that it's going to play everywhere. Winston, take a listen. Winston, what is Winston like right now? Right now I've got this thing on the T-Mobile on my Wi-Fi, so let me just show you Winston. Winston does not really get a lot of coverage and sucking a lot of data bit. They were for a while with the Pokemon Go thing. Yes, they were. They were really getting sucked dry. But now that, for the most part, Pokemon Go is kind of faded out. People are kind of going, yeah, no, it's not worth it. They kind of left it. So, Pokemon Go is, desire is pretty much over. I wanted to also show you something else too, but let me just show you this. I want to show you how fast this is. Now, watch this. Now, I gotta make sure this gets on the T-Mobile tower because remember, my home internet is still on. Okay? Right now. So, let's see. I can tell you right now which one it is. And I can tell you right now. There you go. There you go. Right now, 20, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And that's what it's going with. 35 megabits per second. That's down, baby. Now, look at the up. Okay, up is a little lower. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course, it's a shared connection, just like a cable modem. So you're not going to get... It's not like you get a hardwired fractional T1 line going to T-Mobile's tower. That doesn't happen that way. So I'm really cool. According to the final report, it is... The final score is 35.11 megabits per second down. Upload speed is 26.0 or 25.06 megabits per second up. Now, this is an iPhone 4S. This doesn't do LTE, but my Wi-Fi hotspot does. And so what I do is I use the Wi-Fi hotspot when I'm using this. I use this phone like a mini, I call it a micro iPad. Okay, in other words, I don't use it for a phone necessarily. I use it as a micro iPad because it can fit in my hand. And besides, with my right eye and left eye, it's easier as I can watch TV with one eye or the other eye. It doesn't really matter. I'm just really happy about that. Now, I'm also, like I said, I was happy that that Donald J. Trump is finally officially, CNN can no longer deny or try to fudge the polls to show that Donald Trump is not in the lead. They can't. Because there's too many points in his favor. So they can't fudge it anymore. Even the so-called Democrats that they were going to use for the polls and the sample size, they couldn't use them. Because the Democrats were doing the same thing. They said, we're not voting for Hillary Clinton. Let me just check something real quick. We're not voting for Hillary Clinton because Hillary Clinton is not doing too well. Because she's not doing too well, morally, ethically, and health-wise, there's absolutely no reason in the world we're going to vote for this woman. Like I said once before, if it was only Hillary's health, if it was only her health, I would have said, and she wasn't, she wasn't didn't suffer so much depravity, I would have said fine. Okay, but she's still a globalist, and we know that, and she still supports big business, and I know that too. But if her health was the only issue, I would say it would be harder to deny her possibly winning the election. But the truth is that, number one, she lied about her email. I don't need to rehash it. You already know that. She lied to the FBI. She lied to Congress. She, even Mrs. The Attorney General there, Mrs. Loretta Lynch, even was unable to say to Congress that she didn't lie. So you see that technically she should have been indicted, but she never got indicted because she used money and favors and things like that. Everybody knows that. I certainly do. And so yeah, when you do things like that, and people who are in the know, people who are aware of this, are not, I mean this with a capital N, are not going to support that. Because people who believe in morals and ethics are not going to say it's okay. Now, we got another person to talk about. Oh, God. Yeah, we got to talk about him. Or her. Or whatever. I'm not really sure what you know about what's going on in Copper Cab. He did a video. He said, I can't satisfy anybody. So, and he got out there and he did one of his Copper Cab rants. And he starts screaming at everybody. And he starts complaining and bitching. I got so mad, I unsubscribed from his channel. Of course, Lumi, you still on it. I'm still on it, yeah. Okay. First of all, I'm going to say one more thing about that. You guys have to understand one thing. On Copper Cap, you better listen too. I don't think anyone realizes that the individual, whoever you are, should not worry about what others are saying about you. They're not you. They don't have to live your life. You have to live your own life. Like Michelle's dad used to say, you made your own bed, now you fucking sleep in it. Okay. Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that you're going to always have to worry what the mainstream media or what other teen magazines or whatever say. Okay? What is wrong with trying to do what's right for you? There's no reason why you need to worry about everybody else's opinion. Okay? That's actually in some ways there's a sense of insecurity. But I do the same thing. Not as bad. Yes, you do, but the difference is that you, at the same time, Michelle does do this, but she's not afraid to, finally, if she finally gets it up enough, if she gets up enough gumption, she does it. She says, I'm doing it my way. I don't like your idea. That's what Michelle does. Michelle does that because she knows that sometimes, like she said, I have to deal with the consequences. I have to deal with what I have to do. I can't worry about what somebody in the mainstream media doesn't like what I got to say. And that's acceptable. In the case of people like, Copper Cab, which is seeking public praise and admiration. It's so. If you read the scriptures, can I bring a little bit of Christianity in here? Sure. He says, for those who seek praise and admiration by others, they will have received their praise and admiration. For those who seek it in public. But for those who seek praise and admiration in private, they shall receive it in private by the Father. And I'm paraphrasing it, okay? Don't take it literally, because that's not what it says. It's saying it's as those that toot their own horn in public, they'll get the praise. But for those who quietly do things in secret. The father respects them in secret. They know that he knows that they're doing the right thing and they're trying to do the right thing. Just as Michelle, Father and Mother God know that you've been struggling. And this is the reason why you have received so many blessings and you have been thankful for it. I think I'm going to send that Mr. Will there a thank you letter. Okay. Sure. Why not? They already said thank you profusely on the phone. Yeah, I know. Okay, it's true I did. So anyway, as far as the T-Mobile Tuesday thing, I said to him, so I'm going to get back to that real quick because I did kind of get off the tangent. You sure did. Okay. I said to him, all these great programs that you're offering, some of them, and especially for people in the small towns, they don't really apply to us. We don't have access to a Subway. That's in Torrington. I don't have access to a Wendy's. That's in Torrington. I don't have access to a Domino's. That's in Torrington. What? Is there some way that maybe we can work a deal somehow with local restaurants in downtown areas that might be willing to negotiate? Now, I said, this might get complicated. This might get really complicated because there's so many small-town mom-and-pop restaurants. And he said, we've been getting a lot of requests for that. I said, for good reason, because they need the jobs too. The big brick-and-mortar stores, they already kind of got that. You know, it's easy to negotiate with the big guys. But if you really, really want to make our small-town environments better, let's try to work with the small-town guys and see if we can make something happen so they can benefit too. Like, for example, ABC Pizza. ABC Pizza Winston. Great, delicious Greek pizza. Absolutely good. Now, I showed you the crust on that bad boy. You're talking about a crust that's almost an inch thick on the edges. Nice golden brown, the most delicious Greek sauce. Wonderful. It's making me hungry to talk about it. I have to tell you, I love pizza. I said to myself, but why not see if we can try to work a deal out with the small guys. And the same thing with the movie tickets. Okay? Now, I haven't seen too many offers where you said to a customer, look, how would you like to go to a local cinema? Okay? Maybe it might be holiday cinemas. It might be, Hoyts, whatever. But the point is you can go ahead, go in and watch a movie of your choice in the cinema. You gotta pay for your own popcorn. I'm not expecting you to give away the crown jewels here, but you gotta pay for your own popcorn if you want popcorn. But we will get you a ticket. You get in there, you watch a movie. Because I know that movie tickets can get expensive. But maybe at the same time, maybe you can encourage local cinemas, like the Gilson, pub and cinema. Maybe you can work a deal that they can actually cash down the coupon if they choose to be a participant. Because there is no reason why we can't do this. This would be a great thing. Some of the T-Mobile Tuesday stuff is positively, absolutely useless to me. Okay? Absolutely. I also point out to him that lastly is that I would love to be able to go to the next Uncarrier event, whenever or wherever that is. And I told him I still would like to get John Ledger on my program. That's still a project that we've been trying to do for 2 years now. Let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see if we can get John Ledger on the show. I want to get him here. 100% want to get him here. I would like to get Donald Trump here too, but I don't think that's going to happen. So all of this stuff that I have told you today is just absolutely positively wonderful news. How are you working on the other bills? Just real quick. Well, the electric bill, I'm not behind it. So just no problem there. I'm gonna pay like they already said it was gonna be $70 is what I have to pay. So right there, that's in the budget. The first premiere, I paid them $60 today. Okay, I didn't pay them more than that because I didn't have any more to give them. I paid the PayPal $40. That was automatically payment. They were supposed to pay him $48. Well, I paid him $40. I still show I got like a $40 credit on the account. So, I mean, do I really need to pay more than that? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And the home internet, I paid them already in full. They're all current. So now, like I said, I can cancel the home internet and I could take care of that and go to the T-Mobile. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the home internet. It's just that the home internet is like, first of all, it's $56 a month. It's just the speed. It just isn't that big of a deal for me. It's not really a huge bargain. And let's see what else. The Capital One is current now. The first premiere is still behind. We're gonna have to take care of the difference October. So we got a couple bills to straighten out. We'll get those straightened out. But like I said, the whole main point of this whole conversation was the two things mentioned, like I said, was that Donald Trump is clearly in the lead to the point where even CNN can no longer fake the numbers and try to make him look like he's losing. He's just not losing. For a long time, mainstream media was trying to make it look like he was losing. He's not losing. There's a lot of spin going on to try to make him look bad, but he's not It's not working. He's not losing. He's really kicking ass. Then the second thing was about the T-Mobile thing. Because I was just so excited. And I want to thank Donald Trump for pointing out how to negotiate a deal. I think that worked out in my favor. So, that's now you got the official word. Now you heard the official word from T-Mobile. So now I'm really happy about that. So, that means that ideally that I am only going to have to pay... because they put me on a little more expensive plan. But they actually put me on, I'm still paying $85 a month, but I'm actually getting a $60 plan. Nice. Yeah. Okay. So I'm really happy about that. And that just proves that T-Mobile will listen to you if you're polite and you're kind and you're decent and you explain the situation like I did, that they will work with you to straighten out the situation. And if for some reason, like Donald Trump says, you can't get a deal, then you should be willing to walk away. And that's what I did. I walked away at first. But I made a deal. I said, I'm willing to come back if you're willing to negotiate with me. They were willing to negotiate. So I came back. I got my end of the deal. They kept in the deal. That just makes me happy. It's not perfect, but I'm going to say, I got $137 of credit on that. They wrote off the debt. I mean, now I can basically, it's like I said, I've been redeemed by giving it a second chance. And that's, to me, is a wonderful thing. And anybody can do that. Anybody who realizes that if you know how to negotiate and you know how to talk to people and you keep a level head, you can get what you need done. And if they don't want to negotiate with you for whatever reason, whoever it is, then you should just walk away. Because T-Mobile, for example, realizes that, really, what am I? I'm just one small customer that owns one measly share of T-Mobile stock. One share. I don't have tons of shares of stock. I only have one. But they don't want to lose that one person because that means it looks bad for their bottom line. It's called churn, okay? They don't want churn. They want to lower the churn. So, if we have to suck it up and eat $137 debt, so be it. We'll eat the $137 debt. if it makes Michelle happy enough that she wants to stick around, hey, that's a win-win for us. What does a win-win mean, by the way? A win-win means that I win, they win. Okay, it means it's a good deal that we win-win. Unlike NAFTA, which is a lose-win. What does a lose-win mean? We agree to allow them to dump their crap into our country, but they don't let us import our products into their country. So basically, the politicians are they're making a deal that is not in our favor. Ideally, like he says in the art of the deal, you want to try to make it even a good deal which benefits both parties. That's what it's about. That's what his book is called, The Art of the Deal. I actually haven't read it yet, but from what I learned from listening to him in his debates, and from listening to him in his rallies, and plus I've studied business and marketing and stuff too in college, and so I kind of knew what he was getting at, so I didn't have to really buy a book. I do want to buy the book. I do want to buy it on eBay. So I'm going to look in getting to The Art of the Deal. Speaking of the Art of the Deal, how's the RDI? Yeah, gotta get stuff like some more cans. Gotta get stuff like some more cans. Eye drops. Yes, you do. Okay, I'll see what I can do with that. And so, how much money are we going to have available next month after we get our renter's rebate? I don't know yet. I will find out the answer, and when I do, there will be certain objects that are definitely going to take priority. Number 1, a new pair of sneakers. Number 2, a new iRig Pre. Number 3, a new XLR cable for said iRig Pre. See, the person didn't steal my microphone. That's still here. Okay? But they stole was a cable in the iRig Pre. So I need to get a cable. I'm going to get a 3-footer, I think, this time. Because I don't really need a 25-foot. Because that's kind of ridiculously long. Especially if the iRig Pre was sitting on the table right where my phone is. So it's sitting over there in the tripod bracket. I really didn't need that big long thing. I also was... Yeah, I know. And now I'm coming down from the adrenaline highs. So I'm going to get kind of tired. So anyway... one of my friends in the soup kitchen told me about a option for XBMC. That's I forgot what it was called there. That lets you. It's a series of zip files that let you watch on XBMC and SPMC, which works with Android. You can watch a whole slew of cable channels, live TV, and all this stuff. I thought it was pretty cool, but I told him, I said, the only thing is I don't really need a million TV channels. I said, I really just want a few that are specific to the things I like to watch, like Christmas specials and things like that. And of course, I do want to watch the debates on the 26th. Who's covering that on? Is Right Side Broadcasting covering the debates? I don't know. We'll find out. Now, lastly, is I'm still looking for your comments, suggestions. And by the way, Katie Anderson never got back to me and gave me a response once I told her about the good things I do for the community at large, which surprised me. See, if she was really truly a troll, she would be constantly coming up with a retort. But for some reason, I guess she realized that maybe she was wrong to say what she had said about me. You know what? A lot of people said a lot of things about me which are wrong, but I don't usually make a big stink about it. But, I do think about it. Reasonable. Yeah. Are we gonna go for the live streamer? Well, I actually looked. They still have them. Actually, there is the American distributor for them, and it's $300 from California. And that's a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of money for live streaming. Are we gonna be doing a lot of live streaming? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, this. I don't know if we're gonna do a lot of live streaming, because here's the reason why. Number one, and I did try this, and I'm sorry I didn't do a video on this, but I did try this. To interface my Wi-Fi into my hardwired internet connection using my WAP 54G version 3.1, which supports bridge mode, to interface with the Wi-Fi. The problem I ran into is the Wi-Fi did not support any of the other protocols that the Linksys did. I'm sorry, not the Linksys. It's Linksys. In other words, it did not support WPA. We're talking about the original personal authentication. It did not support anything other than WPA to AES, which is personal encryption. Okay, which is fine, except the problem was that was not one of the protocols on the Linksys. So the only one that they could sort of support was none. Okay, so I don't want to do none, because obviously I don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry coming into my network and sucking out all my 6 gigabytes of data, because that would really kind of suck, you know. But anyway, so what we did was, just for testing I did it. I set it to none, and I was able to connect through the Wi-Fi, through the bridge, to my home internet, to a router, then from the router to my Netgear router, then that connect to my PowerMax G5. Did it work? Yes, it did. Did it work well? Yeah, it did, actually. Relatively speaking, although there was a lot of layers between here and there. The biggest problem right now is where I live, is there's a tremendous number of hotspots and things right around here. All of them are using security, such as WAP2 or WPA2. Some are using WPA older versions. Some are using WEP. For example, my T-Mobile, my Frontier DSL uses WEP. I use WEP because of one reason. Number one, it was I wanted to keep the old WEP key that I had established from my first U.S. router. So it's using the same key. So that's what we did, and it worked. But I want to get a bridge that supports the WPA2 personal AES key support, so that I can still at least provide some confidentiality and protect my data network. And also, I can get one that does 802.11, because it also offers the 5 gigabit range too. So if I get one with 5 gigabit or 5 gigahertz, I could actually guarantee I'm going to get a good flow of data. It's actually default. It actually checks both networks simultaneously. But right now, mainly I'm using the 2.4, so or 2.5, whatever. So that's where we stand, guys. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm sorry. Oh, I do have a demo, but I didn't really set up for the demo. So let me give you a quick recap. What do you do if you got a phone? Let me hold on, an iPhone here, and this phone supports, say for example, Hulu, and you happen to want to watch Hulu on a console TV. Now this has a cable, but let's say I didn't, like my Alcatel One Touch Astro Pop, which actually used my ex-girlfriend's on my girlfriend's phone. There's no HDMI cable for it. Okay, so how do you watch it on your TV? Well, what I did was I set up camera, which I use for things like a CCTV setup, so I can actually magnify text. And I put the phone on the table, on the platform, level it so that it has good keystone correction, and then I basically aim the camera right at it, and then I focus the camera, and then it takes the composite signal from that camera and sends it to my TV. And what that does is it lets me watch, instead of watching a small screen like this, I'm watching it on my 25-inch console. It works actually amazingly well. I'm surprised. And that did work last time because me and Dory watched several episodes of Cutthroat Kitchen that way, and it worked out wonderful. So that was a quick and dirty hack, and it worked. I'm surprised. So what I might do is I might make a more sophisticated bracket, so that maybe out of wood, so that the phone would slide into it, like into two prongs here, and then the camera is fixed in a certain place and focuses on that little screen, and so that little screen is being magnified and shown on my big screen TV, which isn't really that big, but it's better than nothing. And hey, works. All right, that's it for now. So talk to you soon, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye.